Hello and welcome to Automation. When this video comes out, it will be New Year's Eve, and exactly 2 months since I started uploading. Well, I haven't planned anything special for this occasion, so we will be ending the year with a build that cannot go wrong. Yeah, it will be my first attempt ever at this type of creation, but hopefully the experience I already have will be enough to tune this thing just right in Automation, so this thing can serve its purpose in BeamNG.drive. So today I am going to try myself at drag racing. That means we are going with a ridiculously powered V8 engine on a rear-wheel drive platform. Without any further ado, let's proceed to the car designer. Yep, as you can see, I've got a lot of mods right now, and yeah, but that's a bus. I think that would be quite a bit of fun to build something like this, but it is not for now, not for this year. Yeah, so let's find and pick a classic V8 muscle car body. So this is the one I've picked, not the biggest one, but it should serve our purpose here just right. It is a fastback, and I think I am going to change the car model year to something closer to our times, so we have less problems with tuning it later on. Or let's just stay here with the year 69 and later on in a car trim we'll change it to 2020 if I remember to do it. Hopefully I will. Yeah. So as you can see, I went with kinda more modern suspension. I am not going to put it on leaves. That would look very bad in my opinion. And well, this build will be more like a modern one, so more similar to what I did not long ago. That was the Drachen Hellhound. Yeah, so this will be the same brand, but I am not sure how I will name this model yet. And I don't know how I will design it. I don't want to do same thing once again, so this thing you can expect it to be quite a bit different. Okay, so as you can see in the top right, I am aiming at 7.2 liters. We will see if it's even possible to fit this kind of thing into this body. Hopefully it is. Yeah, that's the engine block I will be going with, so we are going with V8 aluminium block, 7.2 liters, quite a strong girder, so lower RPM, and I want to make it on a pushrod this time. Of course, I could go with dual overhead cam, make it high revving engine, make all the power I want, but where's the fun in that? I want to have here some kind of a challenge, so you know, it's not that blunt and boring. Also, picking pushrods here will affect the engine sound in BeamNG.drive, or at least I think so. We'll see about that. Same thing with crank here. The flat plane cranks have a bit different and modernish sound type than the old ones, so I guess I am going with a classical crank, you could say, for this classic type of engine sound. We'll see how it come out though. Still going with the highest quality parts here, and I might also fiddle with the quality slider as well. We'll see about that. Yeah, so here we have kinda classic peaks, balancing mass at 0 for now. And I am going to lower compression here, cause we are going to turbo this engine also. I am tempted to make this whole build based on a carburetor, and I think I will go with that. We'll see what will come out of it. Do we go for leaded fuel or unleaded? I am going for ultimate mixture, that is for sure. Yeah, and likely we'll need huge exhausts, like 4-inch or even more. Okay, the good thing is the engine doesn't blow up yet. Let's see how it sounds. Yeah, this is the sound I was going after. But now let's go back to turbo and place one in it. Yeah, so what was to be expected? The engine right away blows up when it's single turbo, but it works with Twin turbo? Okay, okay. Anyway, I need to fiddle with that. That will take some time, sadly, and I guess we will need to come back to other parts of the engine and change them also. Well, I will not bore you with the whole tuning process, cause it usually takes a bit of time. I know there's a AI tune button and stuff, but I don't want to use it. There's no fun in that. Also, I am not sure what type of boost we should be aiming at here. I guess the higher the better, but we will see how much can I squeeze out of this engine. Well, this is the tuning as of now. We are making only 1090 horsepower and almost 2000 Newton meters of torque. That is quite a lot, and this curve is not that steep as you would expect it to be. But sadly we can't really move it that much backwards, cause, well, the engine explodes. So yeah, I haven't touched much in terms of other engine parts. Well, there is some tuning, but I am sure there's more power we can squeeze out of it. Yeah, also I changed it from variable geometry to twin scroll and gave it bigger intercooler and moved it from wastegate to smart boost, which gives us a bit or a lot more power down on the curve right here. Yeah, then this is where we need this power, or at the very least I believe so. Yeah, so I guess we should fiddle with the fuel map a bit too. Well, so I managed to squeeze more boost out of this engine, or really into this engine. We are at 3 bars right now, and I think I could do more if I wanted to, but we don't want this curve at the top end to go too low, so I suppose we are good there. Yeah, so let me run you through how I built and tuned this engine. Like you can see, stress is not that bad. I could make it go away, but yeah, let's stay at somewhat lower reliability. Okay, so the top end, 7:1 compression, cam profile at 70, quite stiff springs and lifters, VVT, and 6000 RPM limit. No quality changes here. Quality of the turbo is at plus 15, and we are going to stay like that, cause this engine will blow up otherwise, I think. Yeah, fuel system type remained unchanged, that is, we are on carburetor 4-barrel, and we are going to keep it, even though injection, especially direct injection, would make this engine make much more power. Like you can see, the carb is very restrictive here. I think with injection we could even reach 2000 horsepower, but we don't really need it. As you can see, we are quite good with power and our torque here. Yeah, exhaust is massive, it wants it at 5" basically. Yeah, headers also quite big, otherwise they overheat and the engine blows up. Yeah, so that's how the engine will look in our build. Yeah, look at these exhausts, they are massive. After all, I went with the sedan body type and morphed it quite a bit, so it is completely different from what it was originally. Also, I painted it this kinda crimson red color and removed all the chrome from this build. I am not going to use it that much for this one. I am not sure yet what type of front I want to fit this thing with. Well, I guess I am going to experiment quite a bit there. Yes, I have got quite a bit of an idea what to place on the front of the car, what grille I would love to see there. Also, as you can see, I just placed the engine inside so you can see it. My plan is to move it upwards and make it stick out quite a bit through the hood, something like that. I am not sure if that's a good idea or not, but for now I guess we are going to roll with it. Maybe some kind of cutout would do nicely here. Yep, and I think I found what I've been looking for, so we are going to go with that kind of look of our hood. No scoop there, just a cutout and engine partially looking through there. Let's see how it looks in the engine bay. Yes, so our transmission will be coming into the passenger compartment, but who cares? Yeah, and that was basically the idea for the front of the car. I am not sure if I like these headlights. The problem is not many of them really want to fit on this type of curve, so I think I will need to stay with them, sadly. Yeah, so I completely redone the front end, placed completely different headlights, as you can see, and moved the indicator into a different place. Well, this one is not perfect either, but I guess it will work, and well, in my opinion, it looks a bit better, at least a bit better. Well, it's hard to place anything on these curves in Automation, sadly. Well, I guess now I should move to other parts of the car and place some kind of lip there, so we have some downward force. My interior genius amazed me once again. It suggested that I should put the exhaust tips on the hood, and I did that, and the exhaust seems to be working properly, if you even can name it like that. Well, I doubt it. It began as a little experiment, and I am quite fond of the looks of it, so I guess I am going to keep it. Hopefully it will work in BeamNG.drive and we see flames coming out of them. Well, I am not sure what to do about these exhaust pipes, cause I am not going to finish this car with whole interior. It will be bare bones, it is a drag build anyway, so it will be similar to my time attack build in that terms. So some kind of racing seat, maybe a cage in there, roll cage or something like that, we will see. Well, designing rear end for this one didn't go as bad as it could have. I fairly quickly found what I want it to be, and I managed to, well, I don't know if it's looking good or bad, but it is unique, that's for sure. And I decided to give it a bit of chrome on the rear end too, as our grille here is chrome also, so it is not all plastic. Guess what's left to do here is to give it some kind of diffuser on the rear end and some kind of wing, so we have our rear downforce too. Well, I guess this is the most important part of the car done, that is the exterior. I guess we should move on to making some kind of a simple interior. Okay, what I did here is I gave this car some kind of stripes on a rear windshield, so it is not looking that empty. There are two spoilers that will hopefully give us enough downforce. Also, I resigned from the idea of giving this car diffuser, because it looked quite ugly, to be frank, and I guess there is everything placed. Right now we should do the mirrors and pick our wheels that we want to ride with. Well, as I said, quite simplistic interior, nothing fancy here, but it will do. Right now I should try fitting it with a roll cage, so it looks nice from the outside. Let me try. And that is the car officially done. As you can see, well, this roll cage nicely finishes the whole look of the car. Also, like you can see, there's a huge extinguisher there, right next to the driver. We don't need a passenger seat in this car. Well, I guess we should move on to tuning this thing completely. Well, let me go through all the settings and I will be back in a bit. Okay, so I did all the basic stats, and right now I want to show you the car. Look at it. It looks magnificent in my opinion, at very least. I made it quite low, as you can see, and also I changed the front right height right here to -7. So it presents much better and gives it this kind of aggressive look. Okay, I guess I am done with tuning this thing. After all, I went with dual clutch, 6 gearbox, 400 top speed and short gear spacing. Yeah, the tires are massive, 355s in the back. Brakes are huge also and not big enough, at least game says so. I guess we could give it bigger rims to make the brake pads bigger, but I don't think that's necessary. We are going to go in a straight line anyway. We have a lot of downforce, maybe that will be an issue, I don't know, maybe not, but hopefully we won't spin out right away. Yeah, the interior is on the plus 15 quality. I tried to make it lighter basically, but it is still quite heavy. I shaved off like 100 kg by doing so. And the springs are stiff, very stiff. Okay, so we are at nearly 1800 kg. That is quite a bit, but we have a lot of power too. Oh yeah, I might export two versions of this car, that is rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive, and we will see how it will fare on a drag strip. Also, I just noticed there's a stray wiper somehow landed on the fender. Okay, anyway, this is the final look and this is how I will export it into BeamNG.drive, so see you in a bit. Okay, and I almost forgot to name it. It will be named Demon. It is quite a bit of it anyway. When you look at it or look at the performance it hopefully has. Here we are in BeamNG.drive. Yeah, car exported without issues, or at least it seems so. And the real lights, tail lights look quite a bit strange, but that's no issue. Overall, this car looks really good. I like it quite a lot myself. Well, it would be strange if I didn't like my own creation. Anyway, let's give this one a go. Hopefully it will start just fine. Okay, there we are. Jeez, it rips. And it is quite unwieldy, but when we pick up some speed it goes just fine. So maybe we should try reaching top speed with it here. Let's see, we are on 300 kilometers already. There's our long straight. We should go up to 400, okay, and the tires deflated, so I guess we are going to die now. Well, guess at least we didn't hit any pole there. Let's try that again, this time with less pressure in our tires. Let's see. Why is it so bouncy right at the start? I don't know. Good thing is it picks up speed very well, so we don't need to wait that much to reach our top speeds. Yeah, I guess changing the tire pressure helped, because we are at 410 kilometers per hour now, and I guess that is all we can do here. Okay, the tires again deflated. And this car is stuck to the ground, I can't turn at all. It's so bouncy though, look at it. Let's hit that pole here. Well, I guess we just flown through it. Okay, we are at West Coast map, on the drag strip basically. And if you haven't noticed earlier, the exhaust tips that I placed on the hood, they work just fine, look at it. Isn't it great? Flames right in the face of the driver. What could go wrong there? Well, I think I know why this car is so wobbly. Remember, I made it basically without any safeties and with lowest quality of body, so that might affect this car in that way, because if I drive into anything, it just crumbles. Look at it. Yeah. See? This was not that hard of a hit, and still it just breaks. Look. It crumbles even pushing against the wall. So yeah, I guess I should try my theory someday. But it's time to try ourselves on a drag strip. Let's see what time can we make against my other car. Yeah, lining this thing up is always a pain. Will it line up or will it not? That is the question. Come on. Okay, it listened to me actually. And again, I had the same issue with the start. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, really. But we did it in 8.8 seconds? What the hell is wrong with this map? No, I don't know. Let's try that again, this time same car. We'll see. What can AI do with my build? Come on, line up. I don't know if it's bugged in... it was bugged in recent update to BeamNG.drive, this drag strip, or what? I really do not know. But it counts wrong, it seems. Okay, so I am not aligned this time. Okay, now I'm aligned. Okay, this time we moved just fine and we beaten the AI completely. Damn, that was 8.4 seconds and AI did it almost in 11 seconds. Wow. Okay, let's give AI another try. This time I messed up the gearing, but it doesn't matter, it seems. We are still faster, but I have gotten out of lane. Well, anyway, our best run with this car was 8.4 seconds, so I guess I made a proper drag racing car. Surprise, surprise, I succeeded. Let's see, okay. I was about to say, let's see how this car makes of a pancake, but I guess we are completely done with it. Well, I guess we can say my last 3 runs on a drag strip were a success. So I guess my tuning skills were enough to make a proper drag race car. I don't know what's the best time you can make with an automation creation on a drag strip, but this is definitely my best one. 8.4 seconds was my best run on a quarter mile. I believe the previous best was around 9, so yeah, quite an improvement. Well, this car is a beast, that is for sure. I wish I made it a little bit more rigid so it doesn't wobble as much, but I guess that's a lesson for the future, if I am correct with my theory. That is, the safety features change the car rigidity. I must say this car for a rear wheel drive and a lot of wheel spin in automation handles quite well. That is, when you pick up some speed, when you start losing it, like you can see, we are starting to slide, and even small touch to the wall makes this car all wrapped up, sadly. Well, I guess we should finish this video here. I must admit, I had quite a bit of fun designing this thing and driving it around in BeamNG.drive. Yeah, so yeah, that will be all. As always, I would like to ask you to comment, like and subscribe if you enjoyed my builds. This is the last one for this year. More builds are definitely coming next year, so yeah, stay tuned and see you in the next one.